Within about 10 seconds of entering that mall, I felt like I was having an anxiety attack.
It's official. We signed up for a gym and we're so excited that we're here at the mall and we're gonna get suited and booted in workout clothes.
Excited / we don't have any workout clothes.
Yeah, and I kept calling it gym clothes, but Jared said people who don't go to the gym call it gym clothes and people who do workout call it workout clothes. So let us know in the comments, do you call it gym clothes or workout clothes?
All right, I can't wait to see them answers.
Let's go. As Jared and I kick things off at a new gym, it has me thinking about my overall health. And that's why I'm so happy that today's video is sponsored by Evie. Evie is an at-home vaginal microbiome test, plus a clinical care platform designed to help women finally get answers about their vaginal health. I'm telling you ladies, this company is a game changer. You get access to precise Evie-affiliated licensed clinicians who review and prescribe care based on your results. That way I can keep track of my vaginal health, especially after learning that the slightest changes can throw off my microbiome. And what really blew me away is you can do all of this from the comfort of your own home. With just a single at-home swab, the Evie Vaginal Health Test screens for over 700 bacteria and fungi, including microbes associated with vaginal discomfort, UTIs, recurrent BV, and yeast-like symptoms. Evie analyzes the entire vaginal ecosystem at once. It truly gives you a clear, more complete picture of what's really going on. Vaginal discomfort is so incredibly common, and it's often caused by microbiome imbalances. Evie's approach can include programs aiming not only at addressing BV, yeast, or recurrent UTIs, but also supporting a more protective microbiome over time, which may reduce reoccurrences. Evie makes it so easy. Once you get your sample on the swab, place it in the provided bottle, seal it up, and send it back using the return label that's already on the box. Then they'll send you your results. Using Evie gave me a real personalized insight and not just another generic answer. With so many avenues to getting healthy, Evie is one input I feel so good about adding to my health journey. So if you're looking for that same personalized insight, check out Evie in the link in my description. And use my code sandeeyaw10 to get 10% off your first purchase up to $25. Thank you so much, Evie, for sponsoring this video and for being a part of my health journey. Okay, so we're gonna mainly shop for you because I did order some leggings on Amazon that I'm obsessed with because it doesn't have like a seam in the front or like in the back. It's seamless, and they also have pockets on the side. I'm gonna link them in the description if you guys are interested, and we're gonna pop a photo right here. Are you excited to try some on?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
So what I'm looking for mainly is some shorts, which might also double as everyday shorts because I do like gym shorts. And I want some like breathable shirts. I want some stuff almost like a mesh material.
Okay,
So-
breathable is I think what you said in the car.
Yes, breathable. So these are already feeling way too thick for me. Oh, these feel good though. So I'm guessing I'm probably like between a large and an extra large. So let's just kind of see what these sizes are looking like. All right, so I got large.
Can you try them on here?
I wonder if you could only try them on when it's not so hot outside. You know?
Gross.
So I got large and extra large. I don't think I've ever been a 2XL in shorts, so I can't imagine I am right now.
Do you want a different color? Because they also have blue.
Well, I just want to try the size first. Because once I know what size I wear, then I could just shop based off of the size.
Got it.
And then as far as a shirt, so this is kind of what I'm talking about right here. It almost has that like, what are they called? That you put on the
Mesh?
under coasters? Doilies?
Oh yeah,
Like a
doilies.
doily material. But I'm thinking probably a 2X for a shirt. I wanted to get like an army green, maybe a black, repping Under Armour kind of hard, you know? I didn't really want to get something with that big of a logo on the front, but I don't care. So this is a 2XL.
So are you gonna try on multiple shirts, or are you just gonna try one on and kind of go based on that size?
No, I'm just gonna try the one shirt on. I'm not gonna go in there with a bunch of stuff, because ideally, I'm probably just gonna buy it, because I got like massive armpit sweat going on
Oh,
right now.
don't say that. That's gross.
I do. And I almost hope no one in here heard me say that, because it will make me buy this stuff. But so I got the shirt and the shorts. So once I figure out the sizes, I'll see what I get. So I am liking the way that the shirt fits in general. However, the neck is kind of a little bit loose.
A little tight.
And ethically, I didn't want to put it on my skin directly, so I did put it over my shirt. So I feel like it might be just a little bit loose.
No, it's actually your shirt. This is your shirt. This is the shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Isn't this one looser?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I don't know if the shirt is a move necessarily, but I do like the shorts. And now that I put them on, ethically, I think I have to buy them.
No.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Wait, but you do like them.
Yeah, and then I saw the price tag, they're 45 bucks. So I don't know if there's like a discount going on today, but
Well, and this is an outlet store.
so I can't even imagine how much these would be if we weren't at an outlet store. But I'm definitely gonna pick up these shorts. I do like them. They stretch well. As far as the shirt, I think maybe I'll get it just to see if I do like it because I am a big fan of the fit in general, but I don't think I'm gonna buy multiple of these. Just not until I see how this fits without a shirt. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna get the shorts, like I said, because I do like the way that they fit. I'm not gonna get multiple pairs. I mean, there's like a Burlington here, there's a Marshall's here, there's a Ross, all kinds of other stores where I'm sure I can pick up some cheaper shorts. As far as the shirt, I wasn't gonna buy it, but then I smelled it and I realized I don't feel ethical or good about putting this back and then having somebody else try it on and realize that it's been worn and sweat in.
That's you trying it on over your shirt.
But you know what? The neck ain't that big of a deal. And also, I do need a shirt even if we're just like at home or if we're out taking a walk. So I think this will work for that. So I'm gonna get these two things.
You know what? I'm gonna breeze through the women's tops and see if I can find something there. So I personally like a long sleeve for two reasons. I'm not a huge fan of my arms, and two, I like to contain the sweat in one area, you know?
There you go. That's good.
So I do like the feeling of this. I feel like it's nice and light. I actually do have something similar, but it's in green. So I already know I like the style, but I feel like I don't know if I need to try it on.
So you're not gonna try it on at all?
I don't know. I'll try it out, but let me see because they also have a clearance section.
Oh.
So, okay.
I might just put this stuff back and just tell them they need to wash it before selling it.
No, we're definitely gonna get this shirt. Also, guys, I'm looking for a sports bra. If you guys, you know, us ladies who need extra support, if you have a recommendation on a good sports bra, let us know in the comments. I'm ready. That was my way of getting Jared to hold my stuff, by the way.
Well, luckily you got this very light mesh shirt and I can't even feel it in my hands right now.
Can't even feel it.
So I'm definitely gonna look at the men's shirts over here because they're like $9.99, which even if the shirt I bought is half off, it is still cheaper than this.
You know what? I think I am. I did say I like the long sleeves, but I think for the days where it's really hot, maybe I should get something like this. I think this is just a little too big for me, but this is like 18 bucks.
Oh, wow. I don't know how much it should be, but that feels cheap. But you also take an additional 50% off.
Yeah, they blocked off the original price, of course. Okay, so they don't have a huge selection of workout clothes unless it's like a white tee, which I can't do that right now. Ooh, blue looks good on you.
Well, I mean, these are only $9.99, so for $9.99, I feel like
you'll take one of each.
That's like Ross prices right there. So I'll take one of the blue ones.
They also have purple.
I'm not gonna rock purple. It's a little too Barney for me. But I think honestly, out of all of these colors, they're very vibrant. I really don't like vibrant shirts. I think I'm just gonna rock with the blue.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna guess that their 2X's across the board are about the same fit.
Let's hope so.
So let's do it. And then are you gonna try on the shirts that you got?
I'll try on the one shirt, yeah.
All right, so let's go try on this shirt and then we gotta get out of here. It's like, I'm getting a headache from how loud it is in
Yeah,
here.
let's go.
Is that a conspiracy? Did they play this music to get you out of here?
Well, no, because then how do you shop?
Fast. I don't know.
Or maybe they have it so loud so you're not thinking like, wow, I'm spending this much money on workout clothes. Like, let me hurry up and buy this and get out.
And they have the clearance like all the way in the back where it's the loudest. Dang, look at you.
Does it look a little too tight? Because I like it a little loose when I work out, you know?
It looks like you just left the gym. Right now.
Because my hair's a mess.
I think it looks really good. I think if you actually like that, you should probably get a couple of them.
Well, see, I'm kind of debating. I think for sure I'll get this one and see how I feel. But I think after I work out in it, we'll determine if I want more. Because I like normally like loosey shirts, you know?
Yeah. Okay, well, I think it looks really good. I think that was a good choice. Okay, so it was actually my idea to come here to the Ontario Mills Mall. I figured it would be fun, do some gym clothes shopping. We could sit somewhere. Because what I really enjoy about these Sunday videos is being able to share kind of what's been going on in our life. But within about 10 seconds of entering that mall, I felt like I was having an anxiety attack. Because one, there's like 50,000 people here, which we should have known the second we got into the parking lot. But also, it's just there's kids everywhere. It's really hard to film. It's super loud. So I think what we're gonna do now is we are gonna go to Ross.
Yeah, and I'm actually quite curious how many clothes we can get at Ross for how much we spent here.
Yeah, because we spent $60 here. And then also, we did eat some food. We ate some healthy food. It was a teriyaki chicken / veggie rice bowl.
It just to show you can eat healthy even at the mall.
So now we're gonna go to Ross, and then who knows where we end up after that.
We're at Ross. Check this out.
Oh my gosh. And how much is it?
14 bucks.
14, well, you know what?
15 bucks.
That's actually more than it was at the outlet. At the outlet, I believe I got it for $10.
Well, here's the thing. At Ross, I don't know if you're wearing a 2X or a 3X. So you're gonna have to try it on.
I mean, why would it be a different size?
Well, sometimes, you know, different stores, they fit a little different.
Okay, well, how about this? Get that for me, and then let's get a 3X and just see which one I am. Is that a 3X? Oh my gosh, look at that. That's perfect.
But it's long sleeves.
I don't mind the long sleeve because what if we go work out like very early in the morning? Maybe I want that, and the more sweat, the better.
The more sweat, the better. So do you want to stay at the 2X?
Yeah, let's stay with the 2X for
Okay,
now.
all right.
I don't want to commit to a 3X just yet.
Well, do you want like a Puma or is this like more of a regular like
Oh.
day-to-day shirt?
That is a regular day-to-day shirt, but I don't wear blue.
But blue looks so good on you.
Well, I'll try it on. How about that?
Okay, $11.
Okay, so actually at the outlets, it might have been cheaper.
Let's see.
I'm not gonna wear a tank top.
Well, you know, there's these Adidas ones. Do you like these?
I'll try it on.
Yeah, I just love going shopping. They look good. So good. Looks good. You look like you work at Foot Locker. Wow, I love that. And it goes with their shorts. So you didn't get any of the workout shirts.
So I didn't get any of the workout shirts, but I did get these two, which I really liked.
Yeah, see, the blue look good, huh?
Yeah, and you know, I'm really happy that we signed up for the gym because I'm back at the point I'm not too excited about trying on clothes.
See, I told you, Ross, normally you kind of have to go up a little bit. No, you look good. No, you look good.
Well, no, here's the thing. You have certain expressions you use when you do like what I'm wearing. When you just say, looks good, that doesn't mean looking good. When you say, oh, I really like that, then I know it looks good on me. So these are the only two that I feel like I got more than just a, looks good.
What did I say? Do you remember?
This one I think was like, oh, I actually really do like that. And then this one was, oh, wow, that really does look nice. So these are the two that I'm going with. No workout shirts here, but I think just the one for now is okay. And I do have shirts that I don't mind completely ruining by working out in them at the house.
And we'll see. We'll see what else we'll pick up in the future.
So, yeah, that's it. The men's section at Russ where the guys like to hang out while the ladies look at everything. But we have been thinking about getting an ottoman for Walter because he's been sleeping in our bed lately. He's getting to that age, you know?
He's getting older and he likes to jump up on the bed, but he's not a young little pup anymore. He can't be jumping too high.
Yeah, it's actually dangerous for him to be on the bed without a safe exit route. So this would be cool. And I mean, you know, we always need extra storage space.
So what we'll do is we would just put his little stairs next to this so he can walk up here and then jump up to the bed.
So it's $100.
Oh, what do you think about it? It's storage.
It does have storage. It is what it is.
We also have been talking about making our bedroom into an office.
We've been thinking about converting the living space into our office space, or I guess the living room into the bedroom, which I think we talked about a little bit in the last video.
Listen, you guys don't know. We don't really show our house, but we're working with like less than 500 feet or 500 square feet.
Yeah, I can't even do this. No, yeah, I can do that. But I mean, for $100, I do think that we could probably find something at a garage sale for much cheaper, but I don't know how soon we could do that necessarily. For $100, I'm willing to do it. And then of course, I'm sure it'll be full of crap in like one day.
All your Hot Wheels.
That's a good idea, actually.
No, we need other storage.
Well, no, I could fit a lot of my Hot Wheels in here.
Whoa.
Well, no, now you got me thinking.
I just feel like it looks really long, and it looks like you fit a good amount of stuff in there.
Oh, wow. Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to get it? Because we have been talking about getting something like this.
Yeah.
For $100, I mean, it ain't bad.
Well, we can try it, and then if it's too short, we can bring it back. Because there's a green one behind you, but I feel like if we were going to resell it, I think brown is probably easier to sell.
So you're thinking this with the stairs in front of it?
Yeah, or to the side of it.
I actually think even just this as is, this is like the height of our couch, and he has no problem getting up on the couch. So I think like the bed is probably about right here, because we only have the one set of stairs right now. We actually left our second set at my mom's house, so we have to go pick those up soon. But I think for $100, it has a storage. I mean,
who is this guy? Did we just make a big mistake?
I think it's good. I think it'll be perfect.
Well, it's the next day and it's very hot. We went walking really early and now we're here just hanging out.
Yeah, we are at the park, and yesterday we did want to film after we went to Ross. However, we got home and I believe I got heat stroke or something. I just fell asleep immediately. So now we are just kind of hanging out, and what we really wanted to do is go over a few things going on. Of course, talk more about the gym. Also, talk a little bit about what's going on with this guy, because it's a lot.
It's been a pretty hectic week with him, and not with him, but we ended up actually going to like a holistic doctor, and so we got a ton of supplements for this little guy. Just we wanted to try that out first because the doctor was recommending some steroids, and we wanted to see how going the holistic approach would do.
Yeah, so he's been doing that for about 3 days, and it's hard to say within 3 days what kind of results we're really getting. I do see his poop being a little bit better. His poop has been a big issue.
Which I'm not gonna lie, that's been so stressful. I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but having an older dog is really hard because he's either having, you know, bowel movement issues, or he's not wanting to eat, and it's just been tough.
Yeah. Also, his appetite. I mean, we're at the point now where we're feeding him venison with potato. We're mixing it in with ground turkey. I mean, this little dude is eating better than most people at this point, I believe. But we wanted to go over a little bit about what went on at the holistic doctor. So we went there and we really just started off with the whole digestive thing because his regular doctor, his specialist, believes some kind of inflammation within his intestines. And that's what's making him feel like he has to go to the bathroom when maybe he doesn't. It's not allowing the poop to pass through properly.
And she doesn't know if it's IBS or colitis. She's not quite sure. She just wants to put him on a steroid because that will help the inflammation.
Yeah, so we're trying to stay away from that. I mean, I'm not completely opposed to it if need be, but why not go the holistic route first? So we have about 20 pieces of paper here in front of us. I feel like every time we told this holistic doctor another thing that potentially Walter could have, he had another supplement for it.
Yeah.
But just so you can kind of see, this is originally what he gave us. And I don't know if I'm giving away like trade secrets or anything right now. But just so you can see a little bit, you can screenshot it if you like. But this is called Digestron, and we're giving him, I believe, 2 of these a day. And this is supposed to make him hungrier. It's supposed to make his bowel movements more regular and just kind of de-inflame his intestines.
And it's supposed to also help with like balancing stomach acid and things like that. So based on his blood work, the doctor did confirm again that he does have an autoimmune disease. This is kind of like a generic plan to kind of control the autoimmune disease.
Yeah, and just to give you guys a little bit of the ingredients, I know I put up the paper and maybe you already caught this, but this has Paeonia, porous, not cinnamon, but cinnamomum, and then Aucklandia, which I believe I've heard of before.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
And so it basically kind of repairs the stomach and the intestines membrane. And so it's just overall supposed to help with inflammation in his intestines.
And then we let the holistic doctor know that he also has a heart condition, which is AVD. I believe he's in like early stage 2. So right now we do have him on this syrup that we give him every morning and at night. But the holistic doctor, he recommended that we do this. And this is called, I can't even read it. I'll tell you here in a second. Oxypower, or it's called, Oxypower. And this is for his heart, lung, energy, and anti-aging. So at 13, he could use a little bit of the anti-aging element here.
And keep in mind, this doctor is actually for humans, but the reason we decided to go to him is because my sister's dog has been on kidney failure for probably like 7 years. And she actually takes his kidney and liver chai pills. And she's been having great numbers for her kidneys for years. So we thought, this guy probably has to be legit.
Just to give you a little bit of insight, because this guy does work primarily with humans, like this would be a good supplement for athletes, smokers, coffee drinkers, individuals living in high altitude, and there's absolutely no steroids, beta blockers, narcotics, stimulants, or diuretics.
Yeah.
So all the good stuff.
This is for humans, but like I said, because we're doing this for Walter, the only thing that's different is going to be the serving size. So we're just not giving him as much as, you know, a human would take.
Yeah, because we're also taking a couple of these pills and we're taking...
into it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say something to this guy without him having a cure for it, which is great if it works, you know, which we have faith in the moment that things are going to work out. But yeah, I think we're taking like 6 to 20 pills a day, and I think Walter is taking like 5 in the morning and 5 at night.
Yeah.
And then we let the doctor know about his autoimmune disease. So of course, there's something autosin. Everything's sin, you know, whatever you could think about. If you have a stomach problem, stomach sin.
This is going to be more for like more in an autoimmune disease. And again, it's like more generic, but it's supposed to kind of hit the inflammation aspect.
Yeah, because his autoimmune disease, what it is called paniculitis, and it attacks the layer underneath his skin, which is the fat layer. So I'm guessing, yeah, I guess the same kind of things that would cause eczema and things of that nature are probably going to be correlated with what's going on here. But this one has an improvement rate in 3 months of 79.5% and 6 months, 85.8%.
Yeah.
So as long as we can stay consistent with this little guy for 6 months, we might be able to cure this thing. So
he might live another 13 years. So this one is actually what we're taking, and it's called Myomin. And this is going to be for both women and men. And he originally recommended it to us because I had told him that we were trying to conceive and I have PCOS. So this is supposed to be really good for insulin resistant and like also if you have like an estrogen dominance in your body. So yeah, he told us to take this.
Yeah, because he told me that I want to, I believe, raise my progesterone and lower my estrogen.
He's just reading it. No, but the doctor wanted me to raise up my progesterone and lower my estrogen.
Yeah, so this is very cool.
Yeah. So he actually wanted Jerid to take this because he said that because Jerid has a higher, belly
fat.
ratio.
He pretty much looked at me and said, this will lower your belly fat. You have a lot of belly fat. And another funny note, because our last name is YAW, I mean, even growing up and dealing with a lot of people when I did importing, they think we're Chinese.
Yeah. He literally looked at the last name and said, why does it say yaw right here?
Yeah, so on our notes, it says not Asian. I told him that I believe our last name is descendant of Norwegian roots. I don't know exactly. I mean, I've got conflicting information over the years, whether it's Dutch, Greek, Norwegian. I don't really know. It's something European. But he looked at me and said, I have a lot of belly fat, and this is going to help. So I've taken it for 3 days. You know, in this video, you can see proof I still have belly fat. So well, it hasn't worked yet.
Because I believe if you have belly fat, then that's a sign of a high estrogen.
Perfect. So I guess I'm loaded with estrogen right now. So hopefully this Myman helps me out there. And then this is another one that we're going to be taking. And it's
this is actually just for me. So Jerid only has to take the Myomin for the estrogen. And then he recommended this asparagus extract. And it's supposed to help with like pregnancy. So that way you don't have any like defects or, you know, it lowers your chances of having miscarriages when you do become pregnant. So this is something that I'm supposed to be taking.
Yeah, so this asparagus extract, and I thought it was kind of funny because I don't know if it'll catch really good on the screen here, but it's actually a picture of Jim Carrey from Ace Ventura eating asparagus on there. That's what he used for his pamphlet. But I will say he is very organized. I mean, he has a whole filing system behind him. I think no matter what you say you got going on, he got a pill for it. And we'll get into the pricing and everything in just a little bit. I don't have the itemized invoice, but we can tell you a total what all this stuff cost. But we still have a few here.
So this is something that I'm taking. Okay. And so this is more of a hormonal balance pill. So it's chai.
And then look on the back, he was trying to save paper just in case we have sinus issues. He has sinus chai. Very cool.
So the chai is supposed to just promote like a balanced menstrual cycle and it's supposed to lower your PMS symptoms. So things like that. It also helps reduce uterine bleeding too.
There you go. Yeah. So that's chai F. And then on the back, sinus chai. I'm actually a little bit bummed that I didn't bring up that I have sinus issues with this gentleman because it looks like sinus chai works for sinusitis, which I had when I was younger, and I almost died.
But
they almost lost me to sinusitis when I was young.
He actually did say that his forehead like swelled up with fluid and they had to drain it.
Yeah, it was bad.
We got the amount of pills for about 2 months, so we'll go back in 2 months and see how we feel. And maybe that's when Jerid can get the sinus pills.
Yeah, I might just call him up tomorrow and say, hit me up with that sinus chai, brother. And the next one we have, I believe he is taking this one. This is called GI chai.
No, GI chai.
GI chai. I mean, I guess it's however you want to say it, whatever helps you remember it. But this is for colitis, diverculitis, Crohn's disease, IBS, diarrhea, and WBC.
So it's just to raise, it's just to raise your white blood cells.
This is a little bit harder to read because it isn't printed on like really good paper. I think maybe this is something new. He's trying it out. So he's just using regular construction paper. But Walter is taking 2 of these a day. He's pretty much taking 2 of everything a day that we have. Some of them he takes before meals. Some of them he takes after his meals. Some of them it doesn't matter. But I pretty much just give him the before meals before the meal and then the after meal after he eats.
Yeah.
Which has been challenging because he really doesn't want to eat. I mean, we're having to really coax this dude into eating food.
It's just so many pills. I just see Jerid he still has like 2 more papers.
Yeah, most dogs, I think, or I don't want to say most dogs, because maybe you're dealing with a dog that also is a little bit more challenging, but you can easily give them like a pill pocket and then they just eat the pill.
Yeah.
He's not interested in a pill pocket.
He used to do that, but not anymore.
So this one is going to be for hepatitis. I think this might be for us.
So this was actually
for fatty liver and cirrhosis.
Yeah, so this one's actually, I believe Walter's taking one and I'm taking one also. But yeah, it's supposed to help with fatty liver, cirrhosis. It helps, you know, hepatitis.
There you go. Mitosis, liver cell necrosis. I believe he made up a few things just to make it look even more intriguing.
He did say that the kidney and the liver, that they kind of dictate how like healthy your body is working. So he wants to make sure we're nice and supported on the kidney and the liver.
Yeah, we're definitely supported here. And I believe this is the only one left that we haven't brought up, unless we did. Maybe this was the first thing, but kidney chai. I think this one, it speaks for itself. It's for kidneys. And this one does have some ingredients, so why not share them? Like Godium, Smilax, Plantoga, Rosa, and Centilla, which I've never heard of any of these.
Yeah.
I'm very curious on what they are. And maybe, you know, before we take pills, we should probably look into these things. But you trust a guy when he hands you this many pamphlets, you know?
And the thing, too, is that it's herbal. So, you know, worst case scenario is that it doesn't work for us and we stop taking it. But, you know, we want to really try that out for Walter. Because the thing is that even though the steroid's going to be really good for him and his intestines, it's also going to, you know, make him a little bit more weak. And he's already having issues with his back legs. So, you know, you kind of win some, you lose some. So we're trying to see if we can win a little bit more with the herbal supplements.
Yeah, and this also, on a side note, is good for kidney stones, which I've never had, and I'm very fortunate to say that. I have a lot of friends who have had them and tell me the experience, and it's not something I'm envious of. So I might just start taking these to avoid kidney stones. If I feel good about the other pills, I'm definitely going to add these to the regimen. But I believe that's it. And we did get a couple extra bottles of a few of these. I believe the ones that are getting taken like 3 or 4 times a day, we needed more, so maybe we got 2 bottles. But total, for everything that we got, it was like $750.
It was pretty expensive, yeah.
It was not cheap, but you know, at the end of the day, the whole goal is to get this little guy healthy. And it's a lot more expensive to take him to a regular vet and have like a surgery done. I mean, for $750, you can't even get a bump biopsied. So if we could avoid more bumps, we could avoid more issues that require that kind of medical attention. Not to say it's all about the money, but I think there's a lot of people, I mean, us included, that do factor in the cost of things like this. So it's only fair to let you know. And the gentleman who we went to, it's chai-health.com.
We'll go ahead and put it on the screen if you want to look into it.
If you want to check him out, Chai Industries. He is in, I believe, Anaheim, right?
Yeah, so he's in Anaheim / Jerid Blvd area. And, you know, we'll see how this goes. And like Jerid said, it is expensive, but what's more expensive is all of these tests that he's doing at the doctors. And it's just kind of a lot.
He never liked to be held as a young pup. I think this is the first time within the last year or so that he actually would let us hold him like this.
Yeah.
Like we'll walk around and hold him like a little baby and he don't even mind. So.
And before he could not do that at all.
Oh yeah, he would be squirming and worming until we pretty much put him down.
So much so, we actually went to Burbank. If you guys don't follow us on Instagram, maybe you didn't get a chance to see it, but we went to Burbank and we went to one of our favorite restaurants, Don Cuco's. We hadn't been there in probably years.
Yeah, at least 5 years, I would say.
Yeah, and so, you know, it was really nice outside. We got to sit outside, and because Walter's legs have been a little off, we didn't want him sitting on the concrete, so we had him sit right next to Jerid in like the open chair, and he sat there the whole time. He didn't try to get on the table. He wasn't trying to eat stuff off the table. He did so good.
Yeah, even if there was a chip right there within reach, he wouldn't take it. And you know, he's at the age, we're going to feed him things every once in a while that maybe we wouldn't have back in the day. Like, I don't think he ever ate human food until maybe the last year or so, maybe 2 years at most. But we gave him a little chip here and there. And I do know that a few people responded to the story with, you shouldn't let your dog sit on the table. You know, they probably don't want you doing that, which is very understandable.
Yeah.
Most restaurants don't want dogs anywhere near where the food is, but they were so cool there. I mean, they even like brought him out a water bowl.
Yeah.
The waitress kept sparking little conversations with him. So we do try to be very considerate of our environment. So I don't,
especially because it was outside, it was late. So, you know,
we would never take him inside a restaurant and expect it to be cool for him to sit on the table. But shout out to Don Cuco's for being so nice about it and making Walter feel special while he was there.
Yeah, it was so cute.
But also on a side note, we did get stuck in Burbank.
We did. So after the really cute restaurant moment, our car just did not want to turn on. We ended up being stranded in Burbank probably until like 4:30. And it was hard because for those of you who aren't familiar, from Burbank to Riverside, it's probably like 80 miles.
Yeah, and we didn't have AAA. So we've had AAA for the past at least 7 or 8 years. I believe ever since we got our trailer, we wanted to make sure that we had that kind of roadside assistance that they offer.
Yeah.
But this last year is the first year we didn't have AAA. So we ended up getting a AAA plan, but we didn't know that you can't even use it for like 7 days, especially if you get the premium coverage, which offers you the 100 miles of towing, which is why we got it.
Yeah.
So originally we reached out to AAA on that like AI chat that they got going on, and they scheduled a tow truck to pick us up. It said it would be there in an hour, and I believe it was around 11:30 or so because both of our phones were dying.
Oh my gosh.
And because the battery in the car was completely dead, we had to charge our phone somewhere, so we went into Shake Shack.
Shout out to Shake Shack.
Yeah, shout out to Shake Shack.
They let us stay there until they were like dang near out of that store. It was such a huge help. So shout out to them. They
and
were
I
so
will
nice.
say, Shake Shack really cleans their locations.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I mean, they were mopping the walls, they were brooming the lights on the top, and I just was sitting outside hanging out with Walter, and Sandy was just inside, like watching it all, and they were just cool about it, you know? So I think most places wouldn't allow you just to hang out, but I did let them know, hey, we're stranded here, we need to charge our phone. But then after they closed and kind of didn't kick us out necessarily, but just said, hey, it's time for you guys to leave. It was maybe around 1 o'clock by this point. We had realized that we did not get a tow truck yet.
Yeah.
So I reached out because I've had it happen before where it's canceled or something happens with the tow truck driver and they just don't inform you. So we called AAA, we called the tow truck company, which let us know that evidently the driver broke down.
So pretty much after 2 hours of waiting for this tow truck to come, they told us that they essentially weren't going to come unless we were going to be able to pay like the $1,000 it was going to take for us to go all the way to Riverside.
Yeah, which was a little bit irritating. And that's why I said just a second ago how we didn't realize it took like 7 days for your benefits to kick in.
Yeah.
And I even paid an extra like $125 for early access to the benefits, but the 200 miles regardless doesn't kick in for like 10 days.
Yeah.
So on that note, AAA had to reach out to an outside source. We had to use a family member's AAA plan to actually get these 100 miles. And a company called Day and Night, I believe. Day and Night, shout out to you. They're out of Northridge. Super cool. And everything happens for a reason. So there was obviously a reason that we ended up with this gentleman and his partner. They gave us an amazing tow home. And I think we got home at like 6 in the morning.
You know, it was
rough.
just, you know, we kind of had to laugh at the end of it because we were using a family's car while our car was in the shop getting worked on. And then for this to happen, it's like, okay, if this is not a sign like we need to hurry up and get a new car, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I believe that it was God telling us, one, we need to have AAA.
Yeah,
we cannot keep
sure.
living our lives without AAA. And two, I think both of us have been a little bit scarred by the new car thing because both new cars that we've gotten while we're together, actually at this point, 3 new cars that we've bought while we've been together have all either been totaled or we lost them, or I don't know, we didn't lose them.
But there's like a freak
them,
accident.
We lost them to getting totaled, basically. But it's really, there's like gnats. It's gnat season, guys.
No, it's horrible.
I don't know if there's gnats where you are, but if you got any secrets to how to get rid of gnats, but it just seems like me and Walter must smell horrible because there's just little flies buzzing around.
Jerid did say, I came home last night, he said, okay, I looked into it. It's gnat season. And what did it say you have to do?
You put boiling water down your drain. Yeah, I think at this point it's actually starting to irritate him. So here, I'm gonna actually put him down for a second here and just kind of let him vibe out here. But yeah, you gotta boil water, put it down your drain. That kills the eggs that the gnats are laying in there. So I don't know. So look up in your area if it's gnat season for you, and if it is, maybe dump boiling water down your drain.
The mosquitoes are out, the pincher bugs are pinching, and now these gnats.
Yeah, so, all right, just a second. We had to take a slight break because the gnats are getting very intense. Obviously, they're not boiling water and putting them down the drains here. But we were able, on the note of the whole AAA situation, I called the next day and I said, hey, we weren't even able to use this early access that I paid $125 for, and they refunded it back, no problem. So shout out to AAA. I was a little bit frustrated about the customer service we got from the initial tow truck company and the fact that they didn't let us know that the early access didn't give us all the miles. But all we could ask a company to do is make things right, and they did it. So they're back in my good standings. I like AAA again, you know?
Yeah, we didn't cancel them because of it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think the whole point of what happened was to show us we do need AAA. So also, maybe what you could let us know is, I know AAA is kind of the most well-known and notorious company that offers roadside service, but we have it for 1 year. But if you use a different service that you found to be more helpful, better, or just offer a better service than AAA, definitely let us know in the comments because I'm not married to AAA necessarily. I'm just aware of it and I don't know of a better option. So I would love to find out. And on that note, I think what we're going to do is finally get to, I'm sure, what a lot of people want to know. Where did we sign up for this gym membership and how serious are we taking? I mean, we're obviously wearing the gym clothes already.
Jerid said people who don't go to the gym call it gym clothes. We're so serious that Jerid actually took me by surprise. So we actually ended up being offered this like training session. I think they do that to everybody when you sign up. And so we ended up doing that and it was good.
Yeah, it was like 30 minutes. And basically what the girl did is she just walked us through some of the machines that they have, showed us a couple of workouts for the target areas that we mentioned we really want work on. And then at the end, which by the way, I guess we haven't even said it, but we ended up going with EO's Gym. I think that was kind of obvious from the last video when we talked about all of our options in front of us, but shout out to EO's Gym. I think as of right now, we're at least committed for 4 months, and we'll get to why in a second here, but it is month to month. And there were a lot of you that mentioned that you wanted to look into EOS and it might be a gym that you want to become a member at. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a link in the description underneath the other links that are already going to be there. And if you want to join, you could use our referral link. And I'm not going to lie, we do benefit a little bit from it. If one person signs up, we get a free shirt. If 2 people sign up, we get like a month for free, so forth and so on. But if you end up using that referral link and you sign up for the gym, make sure to send us a DM and we will definitely do something awesome for you because we do appreciate it, you know?
Yeah. And you know what? Shout out to you guys because you guys let us know that it's not called EOS.
Yeah.
It's called EOS. So
which they didn't like I walked in calling it EOS.
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's EOS, okay? We worked very hard to get that out there and known, so.
And it was really cool, this training session. Like I said, they offer it to everybody. And for me, I've got a wedding. We've actually got 2 weddings in the next couple of months. And so I really wanted to work on my arms in certain areas. So it was really cool for her to kind of show us how these machines worked. And it was just like a really nice setting. But of course, after this session, they kind of try to offer you more of a training service.
They pitch you a training service, and there was multiple options. One of them, I believe, was like $100 a week, and you get a weekly hour with the trainer. And then the very bottom tier, which is what we did, was $50 every other week per person, and you get 30 minutes, and then they also give you a plan. So yeah. I know I'm typically the frugal guy, but I said I don't think we could afford not to do this.
I was so shocked because the thing is that a part of our health plan with this other doctor is he actually gives us like workouts and or essentially gives us a schedule. Like, okay, Monday you're doing resistance training, Tuesday you're doing, you know, so on and so forth. So I told Jerid, well, yeah, Jerid, but we already have the training, you know, schedule. But as Jerid kind of mentioned was, it's kind of like we have meat, but we need somebody to kind of teach us how to cook it. So, you know, this trainer is going to help us, you know, learn different workouts within the program that the doctor has given us. And on top of that, they're going to help us stay accountable.
And also we could say, like for me, for instance, obviously this doctor let me know I have a lot of belly fat. So I can tell her specifically, hey, I got all this belly fat. I need to do something about it. What's a 1-day routine that you could give me that I could implement every other day and I could start seeing targeted results?
And like Jerid said, I don't know if you guys watched the last video, but you know, when they say scan, they do this full body scan where you're standing on something and it gives you like your lean mass and all of these percentages where you're supposed to be at. So they do that every single month. So it's going to be really cool to see like, you know, the comparison of, okay, where was I last month? Where am I this month? And what is my goal for the following month? So, and like Jerid said, that is going to be a 4-month commitment. So, you know, worst case scenario, we do for 4 months and we either like it or we don't like it, or we feel like at the end of 4 months, we feel confident enough to do it on our own.
And I think for me personally, I always lean towards sticking with something that's working. So I think after 4 months, if it's really working for us, maybe we dial it back to more of a maintenance program. But I also can't see myself hitting my goal in 4 months. So I think we're going to give it this 4 months. There are a couple other gyms by us that we didn't even bring up. I think they're more or less independently owned gyms. Like there's one called Fitness Mania. If you're anywhere in the Riverside area and you're familiar with it, definitely let us know your experience. But that's something that's pretty close to our house that offers similar programs at a similar rate. But as of right now, I'm pretty stoked on EOS. I think it's going to be a good move for us. And I'm very excited about this whole personal training situation.
Yeah, and to go back from what Jerid said, when you pay for something, it's definitely a motivator to like stay consistent. And I think that's why we did so well the first 3 months of our health plan. I just think going to New York, I think we mentioned it before, and then Walter getting sick, it really threw us for a loop. But I'm excited to get back in there. And even on top of going to the gym, you know, I'm doing the EVI test. I'm going to go to a pelvic floor therapist. Like I just want to get completely healthy because as you guys know, we are going on this fertility journey and, you know, we have a plan and we want to stick to it, and being healthy and staying consistent is definitely a part of that plan.
I can't wait to see if these holistic pills work, to see how the gym goes. But I think on that note, I mean, that's really all of the stuff that we wanted to share. I mean, we appreciate you watching and all the amazing comments that you always leave for us. But I think on that note, that might do it for this video.
That's going to do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed just a Sunday video with us hanging out and doing a little shopping. So definitely leave in the comment, where are you at in your health journey? Are you just starting it like us, or are you finishing a program up? Let us know, because it kind of feels like we're all doing this together.
We're all in this together. And on that note,
we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.